Hello everyone and welcome back to Tinderloss Gaming and welcome to my playthrough of Rise of the Red Skull campaign for Marvel Champions. I'm going to be taking two heroes through this campaign. I'm going to be doing them solo. Two-handed is going to be too long videos, I think. So, and I actually quite like playing solo. So we're going to be taking Gambit through, and we're also going to be taking Deadpool through. So obviously this game is Gambit, and the first villain we're going to be playing against is Crossbones. So let's get across to the campaign and see what's going on. Here we go. So we have got, this is from the campaign booklet. I've got a little comic book there. It says Avengers Tower. Avengers, come in. This is Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. Director Fury, what's wrong? Says Captain America. Project Pegasus is under attack. An army of Hydra soldiers have laid siege to the facility. Crossbones is leading the assault. We need you there now. Captain America says, tell your men to hold the line, Fury. The Avengers are on their way. Wow. So, we'll go through we'll go to the table in a second, but in the booklet we've got scenario 1, got all your setup instructions. This is going to be using an experimental weapons deck, which we'll get to in a sec. But there, just I'll put that up as a little thing that you get in the campaign booklet. So, get across to the table. And here we are at the table, and you unfortunately have got my ugly mug on the screen now. I thought I'd bite the bullet and get a webcam to put me up on the screen. So the setup itself, what you're seeing, shamelessly set up, has been stolen from people like Nelson, all by cards, and D20 Woodworking. They're good. Very, very good Marvel Champions streamers and recorders. Just like the look of their setup. So shameless bit of copying, really. So my apologies to those two. But got a little setup, so you can see we've got the hero on one side with their health, and then we've got the villain on the right-hand side with their health. And obviously in the middle, we've got our play area. So we've got our hero tracker. For me, actually up the top there, we've got Crossbones. We are playing Crossbones on standard. This is not a teaching video. This is not how to play Marvel Champions. And probably, in fact, it's how not to play Marvel Champions, but we'll see how we go. So we've got everything set up. We've got our main schemes here. We've got what will be our encounter deck here in a second, and we've got our hero, which is Remy LeBeau, otherwise known as Gambit. So let's see what we're doing. So we've got a town attack on Mount Athena, and it says contents, Crossbones 1 and 2. Crossbones experimental weapons, we've got them. We've got the standard encounter sets there. And then we've got the Hydra Assault, Weapons Master, and Legions of Hydra. Modular encounter sets. Obviously, we've got our obligation as well. So setup, it says create the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme deck. So this is the experimental weapons deck. We'll give it a little bit of a shuffle. There's only 4 cards in it. We'll put that to one side for the time being. Flip it over. This has got 3 scheme to turn over, and it says when revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. We'll do that in a second, so we'll put that to one side in a sec. We'll put that there. Crossbones himself has got 12 health. He's 1 scheme, 1 attack with a special, and the special is when Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attacks gain piercing. Piercing means you discard any tough statuses from the target before dealing damage. It just bypasses it. So let's create our encounter deck. So let's get rid of all of these. Give them a good old shuffle. Can I manage to shuffle a load of cards whilst recording without dropping any. It would be an amazing feat, an amazing achievement. We're going to give them a really, really good shuffle because obviously they were all in their stacks. We'll do something different in a second. Let's do this. We want to make sure these are as shuffled as possible. Okay. We haven't dropped any yet. Have not dropped any yet. Famous last words. And we'll do a little bit more. And then we can run through Gambit's deck. It's not the pre-con deck. I have actually put a little bit of a deck together. Now, I am limited in my card pool. I haven't got every single hero, nowhere near it, in fact. I have all the expansions other than the latest expansion, the Apocalypse one, but that is going to be ordered. I've got enough games to be getting on with, but I will be ordering it. So what I'm saying there is my card pool is limited. I can't create the decks that some people can because obviously they've got access to all of them. So actually, I'm going to move the experimental deck over here just so I know what's what. So shuffle, there we go. Up there, make sure they're okay. That's our encounter deck. Now we've got our Gambit deck. I've got an aggression for Gambit. We'll see how it pans out. So obviously what we do, we've got his 15 cards as normal. Those are his 15 character cards or identity specific cards. We've got our doubles and we've got 2 power of aggression. In our supports, we've got a war room, we've got a helicarrier, we've got an Avengers Mansion, and we've got 2 tac teams. For our allies, we've got Mr. Fury himself, we've got our Mockingbirds, we've got our Tigra, we've got a Hulk, and we've got a Professor X. And for our events, we've got Beauty and the Thief, we've got to chase them down, we've got 2 first aids, we've got 3 hit and runs, and we've got 3 relentless assaults. This is a deck called Mon Ami. This card is fire. It's by a guy called Andy R. It's on Marvel DB, and I'll put the link in the description below. I think it was looking at it, it was designed sort of like most of the comments are around about Ultron and stuff like that. I think it's designed to take on Ultron, but only uses actually 2 card packs, which for me, building the deck is pretty good. But I'll see how it goes. I might make some adjustments as we go. No, actually, I'm not. I'm not going to make any adjustments as we go through the campaign because that doesn't feel quite right. So that's our Gambit deck. So let's give these a shuffle. And again, we'll give them a good old shuffle. Yet to drop any cards. We'll do the same thing as what we did with the encounter deck. Oh, nearly caught it. And then we'll do the same thing. Okay. Let's see what we get. As I said, Crossbones starts off with, he's got 12 health. Remy LeBeau has got a mighty 9. Again, this is not how to play Gambit. Plenty of other much better videos and much more experienced players on the internet that will show you how to play Remy LeBeau properly. Right, I think we'll do cheeky cat weasel cut. I think we are good to go. Got my tokens, got my health dial. Put that there, that's where I usually like to have it. So Remy LeBeau on his alter ego side has got Thief Extraordinaire, which is an action thwart. Exhaust Remy LeBeau and look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards and remove threat from the scheme equal to the number of boost icons on that card. 3 recovery. Right. Okay, so back to Crossbones. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. We have got Power Gauntlets attached to the villain. Forced response. After the villain attacks you and damages you, you discard 1 card from your hand. Hero actions. Spend I can never remember these, obviously, aggression and chemical, I can't remember. Anyway, 2 types of resources. Discard this card. So Crossbones has got his Power Gauntlets in play. Right, I think we are ready to go. Remy is going to draw. There's nothing else here. Free scheme on it. Does +1 scheme per player, so it's only going to be putting 1 on it. So once that gets to 3, that's going to trip over. I think on that basis, we are ready to play. So I'm going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What have we got? We have got Beauty and the Thief. Team up. I don't really need that at the moment. I don't think that's a Gambit and Road special. We've got Hit and Run. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Remove 2 scheme from a threat. That's a 3 cost. We've got Creole Charmer. 4. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from a scheme, then confuse the villain. Not a lot of threat on there at the minute. We've got Gambit's Staff. That's definitely a keeper. We've got Gambit's Armor. And we've got Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion. And if you paid you for it, use Relentless Assault, that is. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you pay for this card using an aggressive resource, then it gains Overkill. So we were definitely good to get Gambit Staff and Guild Armor into play, I think. Have a think. No minions in play at the minute, so Relentless Assault isn't going to do anything. I could play for those 2 with that. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to mulligan those 2. Let's see what we get. We're going to get a Professor X. And we're going to get a Strength. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. Let's play. That up there out of the way so I can see it a little bit better. So first things first, we'll play, use a Relentless Assault to play Gambit Staff. And that's a Hero Interrupt. When an enemy attacks, exhaust Gambit Staff, deal 1 damage to that enemy. We're actually going to flip over to Gambit's side. We will then use Beauty and the Thief. Play for a Gambit's Guild Armor. After Gambit defends against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust Gambit's Armor, Gambit's Guild Armor, ready Gambit. So, what are we going to do? Well, first of all, Gambit is going to do a charge to card. That's an action. Place a charge counter on here. 1 charge counter on it. That comes in helpful for other cards that he's got. We will hit Crossbones for 2. We'll exhaust Gambit and hit Crossbones for 2, taking him down to 10. We're going to keep Professor X and we're going to keep strength. We're good. Discard any cards. We're not going to discard. We're going to keep our strength. We're going to keep Professor X. So we're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to draw a relentless assault. We're going to draw a Nick Fury. And we're going to draw an energy. Ooh. Okay. Handy. Gambit's going to stand up. Going to ready. And then we go across to the villains phase. We place a threat on the main scheme, so it's 1 threat per player. So that goes up by 1. And then Crossbones is going to attack me. After the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from your hand. So it's currently hitting me for 1. I will defend. And I will exhaust Gambit's staff to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So Crossbones is down to 9. I'm defending. I've exhausted. We use these little tokens for exhaustion. And so he's hitting me for 1 plus whatever this is. 2. So he's hitting me for 2. I did not take any damage. So I'll exhaust Gambit's armor and ready Gambit. That's that. And he hit me for 2. He did no damage. I don't have to discard a card. I'm going to get a encounter card. Oh, hello. We've got Legions of Hydra. Excuse me. When revealed, if Madam Hydra is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra and put her in play engaged with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy in play. So let's look for Madam Hydra. Fire to the bomb. Give those a shuffle. That weasel cut. Madam Hydra comes into play. Now, when I'm reading this, let's just take it through step by step. If Madam Hydra is not in place, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra and put her into play engaged with you. So at this point, she was now engaged with me. Then shuffle the encounter deck, which I've just done. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy in play. It comes in with 3, and Madam Hydra is a Hydra enemy. So that, I would say that is 5. Is in play at the point I'm reading that next sentence. We have got an additional encounter card next time round. And that is it for the villains phase. We move back to the player phase. 6 health, Madam Hydra, 2 scheme, and 2 attack. Madam Hydra cannot take damage whilst the Legions of Hydra side scheme is in play. Forced response. After Madam Hydra schemes or attacks, place 2 threat on the Legions of Hydra. So priority number 1 now is removing Legions of Hydra. What have we got? Well, with Gambit, we're going to do his action to charge a card. So it goes up to 2. First things first, I think we're going to play Relentless Assault and an Energy to bring into play Professor X. After Professor X enters play, choose one. Confuse the villain, stun a minion, already an X-Men character. At the end of the round, if Professor X is still in play, discard him. We're going to confuse Crossbones. He's confused. We are going to flip Gambit. Actually, let's just finish off Professor X. He comes in with 3 health. I am going to use one of those immediately to thwart for 3, taking that down to 2. Let's see what we can do here. We will thwart for 1 before we flip him, taking that down by 1. He's now exhausted. And we will use his Thief Extraordinaire action. Oh no. Let's put that back. I won't thwart on the other side. I will now do his Thief Extraordinaire. I have to exhaust him. And look at the top 2 cards in the encounter deck. Discard one of those cards. Remove 1 threat from a scheme equal to the number of boost icons. So 1, just the 1. So we'll discard Hydra Soldier. Remove 1 threat. Hydra Flame Soldier's coming at us. We've exhausted Professor X. He exhausted. Haven't got monies play for Nick Fury, but we've got a strength and we've got a Nick Fury. Can't get that down any further. That's all we can do. The Crossbones is confused, which is good. Okay. Let's see. Move that a bit. That's better. Oh no. Slightly off center. There we go. I'm centered. OCD kicking in. Right. Remy's gone. Professor X has gone. Everything else is exhausted. We can't play those. We're going to call that for the end of our turn. We're not going to discard any cards. We're going to keep Nick and we're going to keep strength. So we're going to draw another 4 now because hand size is 6 on this side. So we're going to get Thieves Guild. Alter Ego response. After you resolve your Thief Extraordinaire, exhaust Thieves Guild, remove 1 threat from a scheme. That would have been nice to have had that in, but we'll see in a sec. So that's 3. 4th card is Charged Card. 5th card is Natural Agility. And 6th card is Molecular Acceleration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. We're going to ready everything up. And we're going to move to the villain phase. We're going to put one threat onto the scheme. We're in alter ego mode. So Crossbones would attempt to scheme. He's confused, so he doesn't. And then we move to the encounter phase. We're going to get 2 cards. That's our first. That's our second. Because of Legions of Hydra. So our first encounter card is going to be, we knew it, Hydra Flame Soldier. He's going to come into play. Move these down a bit. Get everything in. Hydra Flame Soldier. 1 scheme, 1 attack, 4 health. Forced response after Hydra Flame Soldier makes an undefended attack against you. Oh, sorry. Madam Hydra would have schemed. Well, let me just turn that back over. Sorry. Before we get to there. Madam Hydra would have schemed. So that takes it. That's 2. So that would have that flips this. And we've got 2B, 2A. The Infinity Stone. Inside the Project Pegasus facility, SHIELD agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining the Reality Stone stored within. Flip it over. This has got 6 scheme on it. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. So we've got, okay, laser rifle. Attached to the villain, gets +1 attack. Forced interrupt. When the attached villain attacks, the attack gains ranged. Spend 2 resources to discard this card. So he's now getting +1 attack. Okay. And then we're going to flip. And also, after Madam Hydra schemes are attacked, place 2 threat on the Legions of Hydra side scheme. Go up to 3. Got real. It just got real. Okay. And then we're going to go on to the encounter phase. We can flip that. We know that's the Hydra Flame Soldier. Comes in with 4 health. And our second encounter card is going to be Port of Guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade you can or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, gain surge. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of Gambit's guild armor, I think. I'm going to keep the staff. Frustrating. Okay. So we're now moving across to player phase. It's just got real. So first of all, we're going to Professor X and exhaust him to remove 3 threat from the scheme. So Legions of Hydra goes. Now means we can damage Madam Hydra. Well done, Professor. No, he should have been discarded. He should have been discarded at the end of the round. Don't cheat, MB. Don't cheat. Okay. Got to get rid of that. Or for Nick Fury. That. 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 Do. Right, so we're going to use strength and a molecular acceleration. Play Nick Fury. When we play this card, molecular acceleration, I can put a charge counter onto Gambit. So he's now at 3. After he enters play, choose one, remove 2 threat, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. I've got to remove the threat. I've got to get rid of this Legions of Hydra. So we will remove 2 threat from the scheme, taking that down to 1. Nick himself will exhaust, go down to 3 health. Here. Remove 2 threat. So that's going to go now. Thank goodness. I will flip. Pay 2. Pay 2. The charge card. Deal 4 damage to an enemy for this attack. I'm not going to throw the card. I just need to do the 4 damage. Killing the Hydra soldier. I will exhaust Gambit. Do 2 damage to Madam Hydra, taking her down to 4. Oh, that goes. Because that is no longer in play. And that's it. I think that is it. Yeah. So we're going to, I haven't got any cards to discard, so we're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a hit and run. Got a rogue. Got a mockingbird. We've got a charge card. We've got a hit and run. Okay. That's quite nice. We go to the villain phase. It's going to put 1 on here. Actually should be 2 because it comes in with 1. And then you add 1 per player. So that's 2. 2. Okay. That's that done. Crossbones is going to attack. I'll exhaust Gambit's staff to deal 1 damage to an enemy. Crossbones or Madam Hydra. That can do that. That can do that. No. I'm going to do 1 to Crossbones. Then down to 8. I should have readied. No, Gambit staff is exhausted now. Should have readied Gambit. The end of the phase. I will defend against Crossbones. I'll exhaust. They're hitting me for 2 so far, plus whatever this is, 3. Defense 3, so it doesn't do any damage. Gains ranged, makes no difference. He hasn't damaged me, so we're all good there. Piercing doesn't affect me because I've not got tough. Madam Hydra is going to attack me for 2. We'll take 2 down to 7. Not going to. Oh, I should have discarded. Go. I always forget to take Nick Fury and the Professor out. At the end of the round. Oh, at the end of the round. The end of the round. So actually, Nick Fury will step in and exhaust to take the 2 from Adam Hydra. Back up to 9. And that's 2. That kills him. End of the round. That's good. Then we're going to get our encounter card. Shit. Percussion grenade. We're in hero mode. You are stunned. Deal 1 damage to your hero. 2 damage if you're already stunned. So I'm going to take 1 down to 8. And I am stunned. Stunning. Right. Let's get this show on the road. First thing I'm going to do is play 2 hit and runs to play charged cards. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. We're doing 4 damage to Madam Hydra. So she is gone. Not paying any bits and bobs for it. Just doing the straight 4 damage. Rogue. I'm going to play Rogue. It says reduce the cost of Rogue by 1 for each charge counter on your identity. I've got 3 on there. So it costs me 1, which is Mockingbird. Play Rogue. She comes in with 3 health. Comes in with tough. Yeah, just thinking about using Rogue to 4, but she'll lose her tough because the consequential damage will remove the tough. I don't think it's a particularly great use for her tough, so I'm not going to thwart this point. And same with attacking. No point until that tough is removed. There's no point in attacking or thwarting with that. I don't think personally. Gambit is going to attempt to attack just to get rid of the stunned. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he'll exhaust to do that. That exhaust counter off, I think. Lost count there for a sec. Right. All done. Got no cards. So we're going to draw up. Do I stay? Yeah, I'll stay in hero mode. 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have got Tigra, Creole Charmer, Royal Flush, Natural Agility, and Hulk. We're going to ready. We are then going to move to the villain phase. That goes up to 3. Crossbones is going to attack me. I will exhaust Gambit's staff, do 1 damage to him. Down to 7. I will defend with Rogue, Exhauster, moves the tough. So she's going to be getting hit for 2 plus this 3. That does kill Rogue, unfortunately. That was a misplay, MB. I think that was a misplay, but we've done it now, so it is what it is. I think that was a misplay. And then we're going to get an encounter card, which is we're in hero mode. It's assault. The villain attacks you. It's going to be hitting us for 2. I will defend. So he's hitting me for 2. Hard as nails. No additional benefit, but give the villain a tough status. So he now gets tough. Hits us for 2. Does no damage. But we are defense 3. Okay. Right. Got natural agility. Could have used that, but it is what it is. Yeah, I did it right. Actually, just looking back, Rogue had tough, but Crossbones has got piercing, so would have discarded the tough status anyway. So she's still gone. Still gone. But what we want to do, we need to take the tough status off Crossbones because we want to be able to use Royal Flush, which will probably take him down to the next level at this point. We've got Creole Charmer in there as well. Creole Charmer looks pretty good. We want to keep Royal Flush. Definitely want to keep Royal Flush. Then to use a Tigra. Right, I'm going to use a Tigra and a natural agility to play Creole Charmer. First of all. Not going to be able to play Royal Flush this turn anyway. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. I'm going to do. If this removes the last threat from the scheme, confuse the villain. Confused. Why have I got an exhausted counter on my cup? I haven't done anything with Remy yet. Done anything with Remy. I need to put the exhaust on there. Before I flipped, I'll do the action to add a counter, then flip. 4 counters on Remy now. Got Hulk and I got a Royal Flush left. Okay, keep those. We will draw up another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's my first time playing this deck, so please bear with me. We've got a first aid. We've got a charge card. We've got an Avengers Mansion. And we've got a molecular acceleration. So actually, we get Avengers Mansion out. We are playing for time. Right, so we put 1 threat on the main scheme. Crossbones is going to scheme, but he's confused. That happens. And then we get an encounter card. Crossbones armor. Attached to Crossbones. Forced interrupt. When Crossbones would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. There's 5 or more damage here. Discard Crossbones. Lovely. Discards Crossbones armor. So he's now at +2 attack. And he's at +1 scheme. +1 scheme. I'll put that there just so I know. Isn't the right card, the right type of token, but is what it is. And we got to do 5 damage. Ouch. I should have unexhausted Gambit Star. Readied Gambit Star. Alright. Need to get rid of Crossbones armor. But I'd like to get Avengers Mansion down. I'd need to use a charge card to get rid of it. We do. Internet, what do we do? There's people shouting at the screen telling me that's the play. So we've got 3 for a Royal Flush. Don't want to waste that on Crossbones armor. I could pay 2. Play Hulk. And I've got 2 here to charge the card and keep Royal Flush. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, Avengers Mansion. There's probably people screaming at me to say, what are you doing? I'm going to pay 2. Play Hulk. Comes in with 5 health. I'll immediately use one of those and exhaust Hulk. Do 3 damage. That goes on Crossbones armor. After Hulk attacks, discard the top card of your deck. What have we got? We have got a power of an aggression, which is a wild. All of the above. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. It's enough to do that. So Crossbones Armors goes. Deal 1 damage to each character. Take it. Down at 7. And then discard Hulk. Be a wild, wouldn't it? There we go. Hulk has gone, but Hulk has done his job. Hulk has come in, smashed the hell out of Crossbones armor, and then buggered off. I am going to spend a molecular acceleration to play charged cards. Spend 2 counters, so it's down to there's 4 there, so it's now down to 2. Dealing 4 damage to an enemy, and it gains piercing. I spent 2 counters, so 4 damage off down to 3. Just need to pause for a sec. Does the piercing remove the tough? Yes, it does, because that's what Crossbones' card says. Discard any tough statuses from the target before dealing damage. So when I've done the 4 damage, removed tough. I'm going to flip over the Gambit side. I'll do his action, a charge counter onto him. I'll also exhaust him, do 2 attack against Crossbones, taking him down to 1. There we go. We've got a royal flush in hand. So we're going to discard any cards. We're not discarding any cards. We're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have got first aid. We've got chase them down. We've got tack team. And we've got genius. Tack team needs to come into play. So play those 3 for tack team. Have a chase in hand. All right. We're going to ready our cards. We're going to put threat on the main scheme. So that goes to 2. Crossbones is going to attack us. That can do that. That can do that. Actually, I will defend. I will defend. 3 defense. Oh, enemy is attacking. Is attacking. So, as the attack comes in, I'm going to exhaust Gambit's scarf. I'm going to do 1 damage to Crossbones, which removes him down to 0. So then we're going to go to number 2. I think this is the way it works. Number 2. 2 scheme, 2 attack, same thing, piercing. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the machine gun, Crossbones machine gun, and attach it to Crossbones. So, I don't think the machine gun's in the discard pile. Let me just look. No, so it's in the main. We're looking for the machine gun. Crossbones machine gun. Right. That's the attack. We attach the machine gun. It gets 2 ammo counters per person. So it's going to get 2 ammo counters because it's only one of us. Forced interrupt. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded. Okay, so we'll remove a counter. That's the indirect damage. So it's going to have to go to going to be 2. I think that's the way it works. 2. I'm taking 2 down to 5. I think this is how it works. And then this is the actual attack which I've defended against. So it's 2, 3, 4. 4 in total. Defense of 3. I'll take 1. Probably got the timings all marked up on here. Here it's got the after the attached villain attacks and damages you, which he has done this time. Discard 1 card from your hand. Doesn't say random. I'll get rid of a chase them down. No minions in play for an enemy. Actually, attack and defeats. No, we'll get rid of that one. That doesn't do anything. We're all good. We're all good. So we go to the encounter phase. Hydra bomber. When revealed, choose to take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the scheme. We'll put a threat on the scheme, I think. Taking 2 damage. 4. Comes in with 2 health. Hey, over to me. Oh, we need to reset Crossbones' health, which is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 14. 14. 14, you say? The beast. Bones. We should have. That's that. Gambit isn't. Oh, we defended. Defended. You defended. What are you doing? Cheater. Pain now. Gonna spend 3, including a genius. Play tac team. Support. So I can come here. Comes in with 3 counters. We use one of them immediately. Exhaust it. Do 2 damage to an enemy. Killing the Hydra bomber. Rid of him. Still got a royal flush. With 4 health. That's 3. Scheming for 3. So I've got choices here. Do I I'm going to stay on this side for the time being. Stay on this side for the time being. I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing's going to stand up. We've got helicarrier. We've got attack team. We've got a royal flush, and we've got a relentless assault. Okay. I'm going to put scheme. Threat, should I say, on the main scheme. Then Crossbones is going to attack me. So here, when Crossbones attacks you, which he's doing now, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the attack to take indirect damage. Taking none. Equal to the number of boost icons. It was a Hydra jet trooper. Hasn't got any boost icons. Well, has got a boost icon, but that. Then the main attack itself, I'm going to, that's the attack. So that's gone. Take it, guys. No counters on it anymore. I'm going to defend against the attack. So he's hitting me for 4 currently. No, he's now down to +1. That's 3. 2 there. 2 there, +1 there. So 3. Yeah, 3 plus this. 4. Take 1. Then we're going to get an encounter card, which is Crossbones Assault. Crossbones activates against the player who, when defeated, Crossbones activates against the player who defeated the scheme. Comes in with 2. Going to get a +1 threat. Acceleration token. Oh, should have exhausted Gambit staff. Do 1 damage. Down to 13. No, 4. No, 4. I think I'm just going to have to go all in on it. I'm going to pay 3. A royal flush. Place 1 charge counter on Gambit. I'm then going to remove 3 counters to do 3 packets of 3. Because the way this card works is place 1 charge on counter on Gambit, deal 0 damage to each enemy. So deal 0 damage, deal 0 damage, deal 0 damage. But what the throw of the card does is when you play an attack event, which this is, remove up to 3 charge counters. That event deals +1 damage for each counter removed. I've removed 3. I'm doing 3 packets of 3. So that takes Crossbones down 13 to 4. Down to there we go. Can't take another attack. I will remove an exhaust counter. Do 2 damage to an enemy. 1, 2. Taking him down to 2. I'm down to 3 by the looks of it. That's Royal Flush done. Got another Royal Flush. So I'm going to move over to Remy LeBou's side. Do his action as well to place a charge counter before I flip. We will not discard the Royal Flush. We will take 5 cards, so 2 there. Counter card. Now about to just go through my deck. Good old shuffle. That weasel cut. Then we've got another 1, 2, 3. We've got 6 cards in total. So we've got Power of Aggression, War Room, First Aid, Guild Armor, Nick Fury. Then what we're going to do, we know this is going to go over now. It is what it is. So we're going to add a token to this that takes it to 5. Crossbones is then going to scheme for 3. Giving him the plus scheme. Just scheming for 2, but that is going to be enough. Flip the Infinity Stone. We're going to go over to the Getaway. Hydra has seized the Infinity Stone and Crossbones orders their withdrawal. You must stop them before they escape. 5 on this. When revealed, draw the top card of the experimental weapons. We've got experimental weapon energy shield attached to the villain. Retaliate 1. Okay. Retaliate. Yeah, that's it. Just he gets retaliate 1 energy shield. That's it. Not too bad. So that goes. So it's 5 on here. Still got +1. He's schemed. That's done. Our encounter card, that's our first encounter card. That's our second one. So what's this? Hydra Soldier. Guard. You pain in the ass. And our second one, Hydra Flame Soldier. Need to get rid of that guard. Should have unexhausted. Unexhausted. Readied, not unexhausted. Readied, MB. Okay, over to me. That guard guy is coming just at the right time. The flip. We'll charge the card. Meter 3. I think I can still do this. Think I can still do this. If we pay 4 for a Nick Fury. Yeah. Going to pay 4 for a Nick Fury. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He comes in. Up. 4 for a Nick Fury. He draw 2, remove 2 threat, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. We'll deal 4 damage to Hydra Soldier. Kills him. No longer got guard. Guard goes. And then we'll give the pleasure. We'll give the pleasure to Nick because he is the boss. Then he's gonna lose 1 of his lives to exhaust. Attack for 2. Killing Crossbones. Boom, boom. Down to 0. Wow. That was fun. I've probably made 100 errors. But I'm only playing for fun. I think I've got everything right. Some timings might be out. But I think I've got it. Please tell me in the comments if I've made the right cock up. I'm sure I have. Could have attacked with Gambit for 2 to kill Crossbones. Had a royal flush waiting in the wings. Should have need it, but getting the guard guy out, bringing Nick out, dealing the 4 damage. That's done. Right, let's get across and see what the campaign says. So, this bit is the end bit. Says, or Captain Marvel's there, as the dust settles at Project Pegasus. Give up, Crossbones, game over. You fools, I never wanted the tech. I just needed to give Madam Hydra time to make off with the stone. And now, I'm here to cover her escape. Absorbing, man. That should be fun. So, what we get as a result of this, let's just pause for a sec. Rightio. So, under the victory, it says each player chooses one of the tech upgrades for the Hydra campaign and sets it into their deck. And it also says record the name of each experimental attachment that entered the game in the campaign log. Move back to the main screen. So I've got my campaign log here for Gambit. So I've recorded the experimental weapons that are added to the encounter deck. So that's energy shield, laser rifle, and power gauntlets or Gambit. And then I get to choose the tech upgrade. So I've already chosen it, but I'm going to go through them. So we've got adrenal stims, which is you put it in that setup and you can discard the card and remove it for the campaign log, which is the same for all of these cards. Ready your hero and heal 5 damage. Same, discard it from the campaign log. Search your deck and discard pile for an ally. Put it into play. Give it a tough status card. Remove it. Draw 5 cards effectively. and then laser cannon, which is deal 5 damage to the villain and each enemy engaged with you. That's the one I'm taking. So I've taken laser cannon with Gambit. And there we go. That's it for the very first campaign game against Crossbones. The next video up on Marvel Champions is going to be the Deadpool version against Crossbones. And we'll see how Deadpool gets on. And then we'll play through. We'll do it like that. Gambit and Deadpool will then take on each of the scenarios. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed playing it. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you could like and subscribe to the video, that would be very much appreciated. I play for fun. Just get the webcams out and play for fun. But anyway, good to talk to you all. Good to see you, and I'll talk to you later. Ta-ra for now.